Hello everyone. Namaste to all gadgeted officer, future IS, IPS officer, future doctors, surgeons. Welcome back to my channel. Today in gastrointestinal tract part 4 we will dive deep into the biliary tract organ, liver, bile ducts and gallbladders, covering the anatomy, function, and common disorders. So, we are going to learn about the gallbladder, its anatomy, function, and common disorder with detailed explanation and clear diagrams. This video is especially made for NEET, AIMS, UPSC, BPSC, and other competitive exam students. As always, I will explain step by step from simple to complex so that even the most challenging concept become crystal clear. If you are new to my channel, you will also find many other biology series on my channel for medical and different types of competitive examination, along with English grammar series for exam like SSC, SBI, IBPS, ACIO, NDA, CDS, and more. So in the next video, in the next video, we are going to discuss about pancreas. In this video, we are going to learn about gastrointestinal tract, that is biliary tract, gallbladder. Next video, we will learn pancreas. We will explore the pancreas, both its exocrine and endocrine roles, and with equally detailed explanation. Don't forget to check out my other biology videos for NEET, AIMS, UPSC, BPSC, and as well as English grammar series, where I uploaded at least 3 grammar videos every week. Next up is subject verb agreement, words often confused, part 3, clauses part 2. And yes, my weekly current affairs, science, and technology updates are also available, which are very useful for UPSC, BPSC, state PCS, and other competitive exam. After watching this video, if you found this video helpful, beneficial, do like, share, and subscribe so never miss an update. Let's get started to acquire the knowledge about gallbladder, which is a biliary tract, one organ. We have learned in the previous video liver and bile ducts. Now we are going to learn gallbladder, which is also a part of biliary tract. Gallbladder is a hollow part of the biliary tract that is situated just beneath the liver. Gallbladder is a part in biliary tract. There are two organs. First is liver, second is gallbladder, and third one is there is a bile duct. Organ is two, liver and gallbladder. So gallbladder is a hollow part of the biliary tract that is situated just beneath the liver, with the body of the gallbladder resting in a small depression. The gallbladder is a small organ where bile which is produced by the liver is stored. It is stored in the gallbladder before being released into the small duodenum of a small intestines, where the digestion will take place and completion of digestion take place in the small intestine. So gallbladder is a hollow part of biliary tract. Bile which flows from the liver with the help of bile ducts and goes into the gallbladder for storage. So in gallbladder, the biles are stored and it becomes concentrated also. The bile is released in response to cholecystokine, a peptide hormone which is released from the duodenum of a small intestine. Student, kindly note the point. This bile is released from the gallbladder in response to cholecystokinin, CCK, which is a peptide hormone released from the duodenum of a small intestines to further do the breakdown of food particles. The production of cholecystokinin is stimulated by the presence of fat in the duodenum. So this process will start when you consume fat in your food. So the production of cholecystokinin is stimulated by when you consume fat. So the production of cholecystokinin is stimulated by the presence of fat in the duodenum of small intestine. So cholecystokinin main function is to stimulate, the gallbladder to release bile. What is the function of cholecystokinin, which is a peptide hormone released from the duodenum? When you consume, when you eat fat or fatty products, oily products, so cholecystokinin present in the duodenum, released from the duodenum, a peptide hormone which is released from the duodenum, and it stimulates the gallbladder to start releasing the bile, because you have eaten fat. So you have the digestion of fat is required, and it prompt the it also stimulate the pancreas to release pancreatic enzymes. So these are the function of cholecystokinin. When you consume fat, the cholecystokinin, a peptide hormone which is released from the duodenum when you eat fatty products or fat in your diet. Then this cholecystokinin stimulate gallbladder also and pancreas also to gallbladder to release bile and pancreas to release pancreatic enzymes. Additionally, CCK act as a neurotransmitter in your brain and your nervous system, influencing feeling of satiety, feeling of satisfaction that your belly is full, and potentially impacting appetite. It affect your appetite also, giving feeling of satiety, and in if it potentially impacting your appetite also. So cholecystokinin is a peptide hormone which is primarily involved in digestion, especially the which digestion, when you eat food, when you consume food, and that food is fat and then proteins. So it is released when you consume, when you eat fats and proteins, especially fats. So it is a peptide hormone primarily involved in digestion, especially the digestion of fats and protein. So it is produced in the duodenum of a small intestine, and when you eat fat products, it triggers the gallbladders and pancreas, gallbladder to release bile and pancreas to release enzymes. Types of enzymes I have explained the gastrointestinal tract part 2 video, all types of enzymes. So kindly watch that video. So gallbladder and pancreas gallbladder to release bile and pancreas to release enzymes help in the breakdown of food particles, especially that is fat and protein also. So cholecystokinin plays a very important role in regulating appetite and promoting feeling of fullness, that your belly is full, and regulating your appetite also. So it plays important role when you are feeling that hungry, I'm hungry, and when you feel that your belly is full. And now you have eaten well. So it plays an important role in regulating hunger and promoting feeling of fullness, satisfaction. So it is synthesized and secreted by enteroendocrine cell in the duodenum. Enteroendocrine cell also I explain in my GI tract first video. So kindly watch that video. So it is CCK is synthesized and secreted by cell. The name of the cell is enteroendocrine cell in the duodenum. Duodenum is the first part of the small intestine. Second is the duodenum, then jejunum, then ileum. Digestion, when you eat fats and protein and it enters the duodenum through esophagus and then stomach, bolus, chyme, and then to your duodenum, it stimulate the release of CCK, cholecystokinin in your duodenum. It then act on gallbladder, causing it to contract and release bile, which help in emulsification of fat, means breakdown of fat into fatty acid and glycerol. It also stimulate the pancreas to release digestive enzymes that help in breakdown of digestion of fats and proteins. So it also involve in induce feeling of fullness and reduce your hunger, reduce your appetite. So it contributes to the overall process of digestion, and it also plays important role in nutrient absorption through your blood vessel and lymph. It is also found in the brain and nervous system. CCK also found in your brain and nervous system, where it acts as a neurotransmitter. So it involved in various function, including pain modulation, and potentially when it is associated with as a neurotransmitter, it influences your mood and behavior also. So these are the physiological targets for cholecystokinin action: gallbladder, stimulation of gallbladder contraction, relaxation of sphincter of Oddi. I explained in my previous video. Kindly watch that video. Bile and the net effect is active action mediated by CCK1 receptor. So in all gallbladder, pancreas, stomach, brain, the action mediated by CCK1 receptor. So in gallbladder, what it do? It bile flow into the duodenum because it stimulates gallbladder. When you eat fat and protein, mostly fat, but after the cholecystokine secretion in the duodenum, then it also stimulate pancreas and augmentation of trypsin enzymes from acinar cell. Acinar cell. I will explain in the pancreas video about acinar cell. So trypsin, augmentation of trypsin, release of trypsin from acinar cell of pancreas, and it helps in increase in bicarbonate and fluid secretion from ductal cell of pancreas, and then afterward it increase in pancreatic mass. So when you consume fat, mostly fat and protein, so CCK stimulate gallbladder, bile flow into the duodenum, CCK stimulate pancreas, then it release of trypsin enzymes from the acinar cell, increase in bicarbonate, and then fluid secretion from ductal cell of pancreas, and in turn it increases pancreatic mass and start the digestion of food. Stomach, CCK receptor, it relaxation of proximal stomach take place, and contraction of pylorus region of stomach. So it delayed gastric emptying. So it delayed the other gastric emptying. About the brain, it induction of satiety, induction of satisfaction, induction of fullness. So CCK plays important role in regulation of postprandial gallbladder contraction, pancreatic secretion, enzyme, bicarbonate and fluid, as well as gastric emptying, which optimize the luminal movement environments. So gastric environment is what is that? pH, that acidic environment because of presence of hydrochloric acid, and it also regulate digestion of food in the gastrointestinal tract. So these are the physiological target for CCK action when you consume mostly fat and protein in your diet, and how the cholecystokine start their action from duodenum in of duodenum, cholecystokinin, which is present in the duodenum of a small intestine, that it triggers gallbladder, pancreas, and what are the function of a stomach and brain give you the induction of satiety. So gallbladder is located right underneath the river. Gallbladder is located in, look at an image. It is located right underneath the liver. It is thin walled, pear-shaped organ, is about 7 to 10 centimeters long and up to approximately 5 centimeters width. Gallbladder stores and concentrates bile, and secretion of bile take place liver. So gallbladder stores and concentrate bile from the liver. So the bile is then released into the first section of small intestine, that is first section is duodenum. Small intestine first part is duodenum, where it helps you to break down the absorbed fat from food. So mostly it is gallbladder. The main function is the emulsification of fat, digestion of fat. So the cell of the liver produce approximately 800 to 1000 millimeter of bile every day. Approximately 800 to 1000 millimeters of bile every day. Bile is a yellow brownish or olive green liquid that help in your fat digestion when you eat fats or when you consume fats. So the liver cells secrete the bile in a small canal that lead to the common bile duct. I explain everything the where is common bile duct in my previous video. From there, a smaller duct branches off and leads to the gallbladder, common bile duct. So the liver secretes the bile into small canal that lead to the common bile duct. The common bile duct end at the small intestine, first part duodenum. So location of gallbladder, the bile produced by the liver flows directly into the small intestine, first part duodenum during a meal. Between meals, when there is a no fat in your food that needs to be digested, if you have not eaten any fat that no need to digest that, most of the bile flows into the gallbladder instead, where it is concentrated and stored. Between meals, when there is a no fat, you have not taken any fat products, you have not eaten any fat products that needs to be digested, so most of the bile flows into the gallbladder instead, where it is concentrated and stored, because there is a no use of bile to do the emulsification of fat, digestion of fat, because you have not eaten fat. So the bile become concentrated and stored in the gallbladder. The gallbladder usually stored or hold up to 30 to 80 millimeters of fluid. When we eat fatty foods, the gallbladder contracts and squeezes bile through bile duct. That time, when you eat fatty products, that time only the gallbladder releases, contracts, and squeezes bile through the with the help of bile duct. The bile is mixed into the semi-digested food into the small intestine. Semi-digested food come to the small intestine. So the bile is mixed into the semi-digested food in the small intestine. Bile is mainly, but what are the composition of bile? So bile, whenever you eat fatty product, that time only the bile will be activated and released through the bile duct into the small intestine for the emulsification of fat, for the digestion of fat. It is an important point. What are composition of bile? So bile is mostly made up of water, but it has also bile salt, cholesterol, certain fats, and that name of the fat is bile fat is lecithin and bile pigments in it. So bile is made up of water, mainly water, but it also has bile salt, cholesterol, certain fat. The name of that fat is lecithin, which bile consists of, and bile pigments in it. The most important thing, the bile does not contain any enzyme. Point should be noted, bile does not contain any enzyme. The main bile pigment is bilirubin, which is made when your red blood cell are broken down in the liver. So when RBC lifespan, 120 days, then it is broken down. So when RBC are broken down in the liver, then it becomes the bile pigment bilirubin. So the main bile pigment is bilirubin is made when RBC are broken down in the liver, and it comes as a bile into the gallbladder. So it is the main bile pigment bilirubin. When amount of bilirubin in your blood becomes more, that person is suffering from jaundice. So bilirubin is what makes urine yellow and stool brown. This is the reason. Bile salt breakdown. What is the function of bile salt? Because bile consists of bile salt. So function of bile salt to break down large fat molecules, globules into smaller, simpler droplets of fats, that is into fatty acid and glycerol. So smaller fat droplets are easy for the digestive enzymes from the pancreas to process and break down. So when it does for fat molecules become easier, it is easy for the digestive enzyme to further do the to process and break down and complete the digestion process. So what is the function of bile salt? Bile also contain bile salt. So bile salt help the cell in the bowel to absorb these fat droplets. There is a presence of bile salts. So few fat is also needed for your body to get energy. So bile salt also help the cell in the bowel to absorb these fat droplets. Gallbladder is divided into three parts. Look at the image. Image is given. Two images here in the slide. Fundus, body, neck. Fundus, body, neck. Fundus, body, neck. So the neck tapering, you're looking at that. Neck is taper. Neck is taper. So neck tapers and connect to the biliary tract through cystic duct. It connect to the cystic neck taper and connect to the cystic duct. Duct of gallbladder is a cystic duct, which then join the common hepatic duct. Then it join the common hepatic duct, which is coming from the liver. Right hepatic duct, left hepatic duct joining to the common hepatic duct. So neck of the gallbladder is joined to the cystic duct, then to the biliary tract through the cystic duct, when joins the common hepatic duct to form the common bile duct. At this junction, there is a mucosal fall known as a Hartmann's fall. So at this junction, there is a presence of Hartmann pouch. Look at the image. At this junction, there is a presence of Hartmann's pouch. So in this place, when there is a gallbladder in the stone in the gallbladder, it gets stuck sometime in the Hartmann pouch, which causes problem to in the digestion of fat and causes problem to the person who is having gallbladder in their stone in their gallbladder. So at this junction, there is a presence of which pouch? What is the name of that pouch? Hartmann pouch. So it is divided into three parts: neck, body, fundus. Neck part, it is joined with the cystic duct to the common hepatic duct, which is coming from the liver, and then to the common bile duct. At the neck part, there is a presence of junction and there is a presence of Hartmann's pouch, where gallstone, if their patient is having gallstone in the gallbladder, at this pouch, Hartmann pouch. How to remember? It's Hartmann pouch. Hartmann pouch, where gallstone get stuck. Hartmann pouch. The muscular layer of the body of the gallbladder is made up of muscular layer of the body of the gallbladder is made up of smooth muscle tissue. So it is a involuntary means we cannot do the movement of it is an internal organ. So it is made up of smooth muscle tissue. So it is made up of smooth muscle tissue that help the gallbladder contract so that it discharge it biles into the bile duct. So muscular layer of the body, look at the image, the body image. The layer is the body is made up of muscular smooth tissue which help that bile to discharge release its bile into the bile duct. So it needs to preserve the bile in a natural and semi-liquid form at all times. So the body, there is always storage of bile in the body of gallbladder. In the body of gallbladder, body region of gallbladder, there is always it always store the bile in a natural, and the form is semi-liquid form. At all times, it always store the bile in the body region of gallbladder. It always store bile in semi-liquid form at all times. To dilute the bile, water and electrolytes from the digestive system are added. So if it is stored, it become concentrated. So this is the reason we are saying to consume water, more water. So to dilute the bile, water and electrolytes from the digestive system are added. We drink waters. Also, salt attach themselves, salt attached to this bile to cholesterol molecules in the bile to keep them from crystallizing. So also there is a presence of salt, bile salt. Bile salt attach themselves bile salt attach themselves to cholesterol molecules which is present in the bile to keep them always form crystallizing. If there is too much cholesterol or bilirubin in the bile, because bile also consists of bilirubin, if there is a presence of more cholesterol or more bilirubin in the bile, or the or if the gallbladder does not empty properly, the system can fail. So the person face problem in gallbladder or face problem in the digestion of fat when he or she consume fat, there may be the chances the cholesterol level is more in his or her body, more bilirubin, or gallbladder does not able to release bile timely. So this is how when the person get gallstone, when it's small, this is the reason the gall for reason of gallstone formation. In if in his or her body cholesterol is more, bilirubin in the bile is more, or gallbladder is not able to release or empty bile timely, it can fail. So this is the reason gallstone form when a small piece of calcium get coated with either cholesterol or bilirubin. So this is the reason of formation of gallbladder in gallstone in the gallbladder. Reason is small piece of calcium get coated with either cholesterol or bilirubin. Because the amount of cholesterol or bilirubin is more, or gallbladder is not able to empty it. So a small amount of calcium get coated with either cholesterol or bilirubin, and the bile crystallizes and make a gallstone. This is the reason of formation of gallbladder stone, gallstone. So the main function of gallbladder is to store and release bile, or bile is also called gall. So main function of gallbladder is to store and release bile. Bile is also called gall. Bile is released into the duodenum of a small intestine to mostly help in the digestion of fat. And in the digestion of fat, it breaks down into smaller particles. After that, fat is absorbed after the breaking down of fat into smaller particles. Then after fat is absorbed, the bile is also absorbed and transported back to the liver for reuse of bile. Very important point. When there is a breakdown of complex fat molecules into smaller particles take place with the help of bile. After that, fat is absorbed through blood vessel and lymph to transported to the different body part. Few amount of bile is also absorbed and transported back to the liver for reuse of bile. Gallbladder anatomy we have learned. Gallbladder is also known as cholecyst. Cholecyst. Gallbladder is also called cholecyst, which is a hollow organ that sits below the right lobe of the liver. It is present below the right lobe of the liver, looks grayish bluish color. Primary function is to store bile which is produced by the liver in its pouch. Secreted by the liver, bile is secreted by the liver. Bile flows through the small vessel into the gallbladder where it is stored and concentrated. When we eat any food which contain fats, which contains cholesterol, in response to this, when you use pakoras and like that, fatty pizzas like that, burgers, so fats and cholesterol, in response to the signal, the gallbladder contracts rhythmically. Gallbladder contracts rhythmically and release gallbladder juice into the small intestine through the series of tubes called duct, cystic duct, common hepatic duct, common bile duct into the duodenum of small intestine. So before releasing into the small intestine, the bile is concentrated 3 to 10 times in the gallbladder by the removal of some water and electrolytes. So before releasing this bile into the small intestine, when you eat any fatty products, the bile is concentrated and it is 3 to 10 times more concentrated in the gallbladder by the removal of some water and electrolytes. So cystic duct, gallbladder, common bile duct, common hepatic duct. Then to the duodenum, duodenum, small intestine, first part. Cystic duct is cystic duct. Cystic duct is a small cystic duct. Look at the image. It is typically 2 to 4 centimeter in long and 1 to 5 millimeter in diameter that connects the gallbladder to the common hepatic duct. Common hepatic duct, right hepatic duct, left hepatic duct from the liver, and common hepatic duct. So cystic duct connect to the common hepatic duct. Cystic duct plays important role in the biliary system by transporting bile to and from the gallbladder. Cystic duct joins the common hepatic duct to form common bile duct. To form common bile duct. So key function of cystic duct act as a conduit for bile, passage for bile, allowing it to flow both into and out of the gallbladder. So it merges with common hepatic duct, a crucial step in the formation of common bile duct, which carries bile to the duodenum of first intestine. A most important point you should kindly write down or note down in cystic duct. There is, you just look at the image, there is an internal fold. Look at the image, there is a presence of internal folds. So these internal folds looking like a spiral like na. So this is internal folds are called spiral valves of Hester. What is called spiral valve of Hester, which help regulate bile flow. These spiral folds are called spiral valve of Hester. Spiral valve of Hester, not sister, Hester, which help regulate bile flow, which regulate bile flow, not sister, Hester. So, spiral valve of Hester. Look at the image. Spiral valve of Hester. Okay, so it is known as a Hester valve or spiral folds are crescent shape made up of mucosa, and within the cystic duct, the duct connecting the gallbladder to the common bile duct, connecting to the common bile duct. So they are named after the German anatomist. Name is the Lawrence Hester. This is the reason it is known as a Hester spiral Hester cell. So it helps to controlling bile flow. So it may primarily maintain duct patency and support the cystic duct structure and control the flow of bile into the common bile duct. Common bile duct. So now it's about the gallstone. We have learned what is the reason of the gallstone when the cholesterol is more and bilirubin is more in your body, and then calcium is attached with a few cholesterol, so it becomes gallstone. So gallstone or hard stone, which is deposit of crystallized digestive formed in the gallbladder. So they are mostly made up of cholesterol and calcium. So more cholesterol in your body or bilirubin in your body, or your bile is not able, gallbladder is not able to empty properly. So at that time calcium is deposited on cholesterol and it becomes gallstone. And in which area it is deposited after stuck, when the patient feel pain, and area I said you, the area is Hartsman pouch. How to remember? Hartsman pouch. Hartsman. A man who is having hat. A man who is having hat. Hartsman pouch. So gallstone stuck in Hartsman pouch. Hartsman pouch. So the exact causes of the formation of gall are still unclear. So, doctors are searching for the reason. Gallstone blocking the common bile duct, gallstone blocking the cystic duct, and sometimes it is in blocking Hartsman pouch also, inflamed gallbladder mucosa, gallstone. So, so what are the symptoms of the patient is having gallbladder stone, biliary colic, sudden severe pain in the upper abdomen, cramping or sharp and for minutes to hours. Jaundice is also the reason of, because of more amount of bilirubin causes also gallstone. It patient feel fevers and chills. Dark urine and pale stool is also reason of urine is coming very dark and pale stool is coming. It also indicate the presence of gallstone in your gallbladder. So imbalance bile composition, that is a imbalance in the component of cholesterol, bilirubin, bile salt, etc. Bile stasis is also when bile does not bile stasis means when bile does not able to flow to release properly from the gallbladder. So that is known as a bile stasis. Point should be noted: when the bile is not able to release properly from gallbladder to the cystic duct and then follow the path, then that problem is known as a bile stasis, and it can also lead to bile stone, gallbladder stone formation. Other reason is obesity, rapid weight loss, pregnancy. Some are the also reason. So gallbladder stone are because it is known as a cholelithiasis. Gallbladder stone are also called cholelithiasis, are hardened deposit that formed in the gallbladder, a small organ beneath the liver and stores bile. So this stone can vary in size from a grain of sand to a golf ball. So size differ. The size of a gallstone are differ. Small and it's become a size of golf ball also, grain of salt. So patients suffer the problem, and reason is jaundice also when there is amount of bilirubin is more in the body, or sometimes the cholesterol is more. So some other gallbladder diseases are gallstone, which is caused cholelithiasis, hardened deposit of digestive fluids that can form in the gallbladder. They can be asymptomatic or causes pain, nausea, and inflammation. Sometimes the gallstone, the patient is asymptomatic, not getting any problem, but in future sometime he got pain, nausea, and inflammation. Gallstone is also known as the formation of gallstone in the gallbladder is also called chole cholithiasis, because gallbladder is colithi. So cholithiasis, asymptomatic cholithiasis, symptomatic cholithiasis. Asymptomatic means there is a no patient is not any problem, but further he will get. Symptomatic means it biliary colic, acute calculus cholestatic when there is inflammation, chronic cholestatic, long-term inflammation. Next problem is a cystitis. Cholecystitis means blocking the bile duct. Gallbladder inflammation take place. What is the reason? Because gallstone blocking the bile duct. So cholecystitis. It is also acute and chronic. There is again the gallstone pancreatitis, which is affecting the blocking the pancreatic duct. Means it is breaking the pancreatic duct, then it becomes gallstone pancreatitis. Cholithiasis means gallstone in the common bile duct, which can cause jaundice and cholangitis, inflammation of the bile ducts. So cholelithiasis means gallstone where it is in your common bile duct and which can cause jaundice and cholangitis. Cholangitis means bile duct. Cholangitis, inflammation of bile duct. Cholangitis. Gallbladder cancer also, particularly in individual with a history of gallstone. That individual suffer from gallbladder cancer which have the history of gallstone. Other condition is biliary dyskinesia, which I explained you in the previously also. The gallbladder does not empty properly. Procalcinian gallbladders, calcification of gallbladder wall, increasing cancer in gallbladder wall, there is a calcium deposition, so increasing cancer risk. Poor Callian gallbladder polyps also, which can benign or cancerous, but it cannot spread to other tissue, gallbladder hydrops. So these are the type of gallbladder cancer.